Hey, what's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, and boys and fingers, as always. Tacos, Nikki, Kimonos, everyone else in between. Nintendo Sony Free 2011 Arcade Mania, we're reading guys on wrestling truths, not truths, channel from my Twitter, Instagram, BShoot, Brady Odyssey Rumble, Parlor, and Telegram, and other social media platform type. Guys, copies they think up. So tonight, or today, depending on whenever you're watching this, two other real super tiny, super microscopic little things I want to get out of the way. First off, I do got to say, I'm extremely a little bit surprised. I'm a little shocked. I'm not super shocked, but a little shocked that last movie that I'm not surprised for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That dude has billions and trillions of dollars as an actor already. So there's that. So, but for Emily Blunt, I didn't know she's been in like the Hollywood industry since what I think the late '90s, early mid 2000s. Compared to The Rock when he's only been around the mid late '90s, early 2000s. So, as far as Hollywood, I think it was like 2000, 2001 was when he did his first movie. I don't know. I think it was Scorpion King was the first movie he was on right after the whole Mummy 1 and 2 movie were done. And he just started doing a whole bunch of movies ever since. So there's that. But for Emily Blunt, yeah, congratulations to her and being like the top 5 biggest freaking movies of the summer. That made a shitload of money for Disney, which I really don't give a shit about Disney. You can go fuck off, to be honest. But yeah, gotta give shout outs to the girl, man. She definitely acted her butt off, even though she decides to still sue Disney. Great. Awesome stuff. There's that little bit of news. Yeah, so it made a fuck ton of money. I'm not surprised. But I'm a little surprised at the theaters, though. I'm not surprised if there's as many subscribers that when people are subscribed to Disney Plus that watched it more than the people that actually watched it physically in theaters. They still didn't give those numbers out yet, which I'm surprised. There's a shocker, though. And then the second little bit of news, completely irrelevant, completely unrelated to what I'm talking about. It's Nintendo related, but it's more Pokemon related than that. So, the past 2.5 fucking months, I've been like on and off trying to search for the shiny Pokemon and Pokemon Sword. I've been searching for almost 4 months, really, or 2.5 months. If you, this is the last time I got a shiny, which was like almost shiny, like Galarian Meowth or whatever. There was that, and then I got my 5th fucking shiny Thweevil. If any people don't know, that's like the, I guess the Poochyena, Mightyena of Sword and Shield, or Houndour and Houndoom Sword or Shield. It's a dark type. It's like a kind of like a fox Pokemon, not like Vulpix or Ninetales, it just has one tail instead. It looks like the Maskazora looking dude. So I got him the 5th freaking times, the 5th one I've gotten as a shiny. It's pissing me the hell off. So if I get into another one of those again, I'm just gonna give a shiny Morpeko. If any people don't know what Morpeko is, it's pretty much the Pikachu clone of Pokemon Sword and Shield for Gen 8. That's what he is. I've been wanting to get a shiny in that mother effer for like 4 fucking months. And after the 2.5 months out of the 4 months I'm looking for him, I still don't got his ass. So I'm a little fucking pissed. If I don't get it next time and any of the Pokemon around that routes, I get as a shiny instead, unless it's shiny Liepard. If I get that one over shiny Morpeko, I'll be okay with that. But if not, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Straight up. I'm getting really goddamn fucking pissed off at this shit, man. Really. I don't know why I'm not getting it as a shiny. Hopefully I get it eventually, and if not, I'm gonna go for shiny Cramorant. If any people don't know, it's like the Pelipper or Wingull of Generation 8 Sword and Shield. It's that one that always has a little Barracuda in his mouth, a Barrascuda in his mouth. So I'm probably gonna go for him, and then after that I'll probably start software setting for one of the shiny new Reggies that they came out with last year. Shiny Regieleki or Shiny Regidrago. I'm probably going to go Regieleki because Regidrago has a real cool design too, but I like Regieleki's a little bit better. Just saying. So with all that out of the way, let's get into the main meat and potatoes, bread and butter news. So it says Google is preparing a white label of Google Stadia streaming services. This comes from Gadgets and Cloudy 9. I said it on the bottom, so I got a credit due there from Heechlets Glitz. Heatsinglitz. I don't know how you say it. It's like Russian, German, European news. I don't know. But yeah, let's get it started. Alright, so yeah, let's begin. Anyways, it says it's been 6 months since Google dropped the hammer on its company in-house game development platform with its winding down the Google Stadia of the entertainment. Many quickly postulated. Never heard of that word in my entire life, but let's move on. I think it's postulated. I guess that's another word for estimated or guessed. I don't know. We're speculating. Now, this could be the beginning of the end of Google streaming gameplay servers. And before you're wondering why to keep my voice down a little bit more, my roommate just started sleeping next door, so So I went from super loud to super low at that very quick moment in time. So there's that, unfortunately. Let's continue. It says, however, hopefully you're still able to hear me. If not, just put your mics to like 100% mic, 100% level max. I don't know. It says, however, 6 months later, Stadia appears to still be going strong. Google continues to deliver new content every month, as well as much more features of Stadia more universally accessible and shreddable, or shareable, excuse me. While SG&E closed, Google Play did a bit of damage control by trying to reassure that users of the Google Stadia will still be here. This was good news, but we all know Google, and they let them down. Says, also goes on to say, Sevens face it. I don't know what that means, Sevens face it. That's kind of weird. I think they meant to say, let's face it. That's a big typo there. They shouldn't be doing typos, but let's move on. Let's face it. They don't have the best track record, long-term product engagement, still or being cheerleaders for Stadia here at the Chrome Unboxed. We really hope to believe that there is a future where Google's gaming services will lead to National Gaming Awards, and before to keep going, I'm surprised I'm talking about Google Stadia again. I said months ago I was never going to talk about it again because that freaking console was the biggest failure in the world. It's probably way worse than what Steam tried to do for the Ouya, or Atari or Steam. It was one of those two that made the Ouya, and then being the biggest failure in the world in 2011, 2012. And then years later, 2019, 2020, Google Stadia being the second worst console. That was the biggest failure in the world. And this comes from a multi-billion-dollar company, too. Google isn't some just tiny little indie developer studios. It's known all around the freaking damn world. It's the Walmart, Target, and Best Buy of the internet. Well, let's move on. Regardless of what Stadia will say 5 years from now, it's becoming increasingly clear that Google wants to be at the heart of cloud gaming in some sort of shape, way, or form. When SG&E dropped off, Stadia versus Phil, I don't know why it's fucking doing that. Stadia versus Phil, Stadia versus Phil Harrison said that they are encouraged a cryptic settlement about the future of the platform. So there's that. This excerpt speaks up from its infrastructure to Stadia in contrast with the long-term development of the future-oriented gaming services. And then, as the Google company saying it itself, Phil Harrison says, we are an important opportunity to work with partners for gaming solutions that are all based on Stadia's advanced technical infrastructure and platform tools. Harrison wrote in a blog post today, says, quote, I believe that the best way to make Stadia a long-term sustainable company will be held in industry growth. Phil Harrison, Stadia VP and GM. And I'm sort of going to put it at stop as they overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Stadia has been dead for a long ass time. It's never going to come back, and if it does, I'd be surprised. Maybe another 5-7 years from now when cloud gaming becomes way more of the norm compared to physical game, which is going to be a sad day when that happens for me personally. That's probably when Google Stadia will be successful. Until then, it's been the biggest failure in the whole world right now. Let's get into some pretty decently awesome, cooler news. Some new speculation, news, rumors here. Pretty excited to see what this is about. So it says, it says new SmashBros. Freaking SmashBros again. It says new SmashBros Ultimate report has good news about final DLC characters. This comes from Tyler Fisher from comicbook.com. It's been a good month the last time I read one of these fools. I'm going to try to read the whole thing because it's real short. So it says, it's new speculation. This is a grain of salt speculation news. So it's not 100% real, but let's continue. A new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate report has good news about the final DLC characters coming to the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite games. The report comes away from an insider also shared a disappointing update on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 in the same report. According to the leaker, a new proper Nintendo Direct is set to go down in September after a new Nintendo Direct focus on indie games. Or, excuse me, one or more Directs focus on indie games. There we go. Let's continue. To this end, the claims that the Direct will primarily be focused on Metroid Dread will also be featured and revealed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character. In other words, just 2 more months, Nintendo fans will learn who the last ever DLC character will be. Unfortunately, this also is a report or divulges. This all reports the divulgesness. I don't know what that means. There's no word on the DLC character or whether or not they will be released this year. It's got to be this year. There's no way it's going to be next year. If they do it next year, I'd be surprised. But let's move on. The answer is that later, though, is that they will almost be certainly will. In fact, it wouldn't be very surprising. The character releases on the game's 3 years of the anniversary in December. Meanwhile, who knows what the answer to the former rumors and leaks were thrown around on names like Master Chief, Sora, Crash Bandicoot, Waluigi, Doomslayer, Lloyd Irving, and I don't know who this person is, Ryu Hatsubasa? Usa? I don't know, he's from an old school Japanese fighting game from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, I don't know. Or he's from a visual novel, I don't know. And many others to a point that is near impossible to even speculate. In the case of the previous DLC characters, some of the leaks were leaked out even earlier, as others came out as complete surprise. In fact, so many other rumors and leaks were claiming Master Chief was going to be revealed at E3, only for Nintendo to come out of nowhere and reveal Kazuya Mishiyama from the Tekken series, of course. For now, let's just take a report with a grain of salt. Of course, huge grain of salt, obviously. Not only is it all information is unofficial for verity, but is also suggested to change. At the moment, the publishing Nintendo hasn't addressed any of the reports nor said anything about the game's final DLC character, and will be ever be revealed. That said, if any of the other things reports changes, so there's that. Yeah, so we'll be sure to update every other story accordingly. Also goes on to say, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is available for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch licensed soon, and Nintendo Switch OLED. For more coverage in its best-selling, critically acclaimed platforming, including all the latest news, rumors, and leaks. All the latest leaks, click here. Yeah, so what about thoughts, and opinions? I'm not sure who it's going to be. I highly doubt it's going to be somebody like Master Chief or fucking, what's his name? Doomslayer, the Doom guy. I mean, if it was Doom guy, they would have to go from E for everyone to M for mature real fast, because he has a lot of blood and gore. And he's blowing demons' heads off like no tomorrow. He's making them millions of bits of blood and guts all over the place. Highly doubt it's going to be Doom guy. If it is Doom guy, they're going to have to nerf the crap out of him like they do with Bayonetta and I guess Solid Snake too. So let's go on to the next one. I'm not going to be able to read too much of this thing. I wish I could. I had another one from NNE, but it's going to be a lot more freaking like lag on that stuff. So this comes from let's go on with this. My god, let's freaking go on. So it says Halo Infinite continues. It said it could be, yeah, there it is. Said it could have a Battle Royale mode be made into the works pretty soon, which I'm not surprised it's going to be made into a freaking Battle Royale mode. It's one of the biggest, ginormous early mid-2000s games of all times. So there's millions and millions of people all over the world that love playing the crap out of Halo. I never really cared about Halo. You already know what my stance is on it. If you followed me in my criticism guide in 2008 and 09, you know for the past 13, 14 years I said, never cared about Halo and I never will. Just saying. But there's another article that's a little bit bigger. This comes from Jen Allen, so I'll leave the link down below for both these articles. It says, data miners have found that the technical preview of the Halo Infinite game continues to be an in-game announcer referring Battle Royale. Suggests that the games may include a Battle Royale, either launch as a feature originally posted on Reset Era, Arbor site obviously, or Bree's voice file for the Halo Infinite multiplayer series announced at Two Worlds Battle Royale, much more like the announcer often stated the name of the game mode much before a match starts. And a tenacious idea, but one that isn't worth without the merits of giving popularity to Battle Royale games such as Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. However, in the past, 343 Industries has called such rumors of there even being a Battle Royale as being unfounded, so that the audio clip could be left over from the past ideas and remain unused could simply be something entirely different. Without official confirmation, either 343 Industry Studios or Microsoft, Battle Royale clip is very much massive rumor and needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. One more grains of salt again. In other words, Halo Infinite News game release data may have been leaked by Let's Go courtesy of a tweet about the promotional Krispy Kreme donuts and campaign detailed around it, unintentional via technical preview. I didn't even know Krispy Kreme's had a advertisement for Halo. But that's all I gotta say for now. Peace out, my sauerkraut, ladies and mouse. You can flip side, take some more conscious channels.